Hey everybody, my name's Justin Van Ash. This is a self-disposition video for Grand Canyon University. First, what dispositions should a successful teacher have, or which ones do I currently possess? I do believe that I have a firm grasp on the knowledge that everybody learns at a different pace, learns in a different style. The way that I might learn could be completely different than how you learn. Another thing is that I believe curiosity should never be dampened. I mean, the mind is an ever flowing river. It ebbs and flows. There's always going to be bends and curves. And if you try to put a river in a box, the river's going to overflow and flow out anyway. So let it flow. Just try to help it flow faster. The whole point of becoming a teacher is to acknowledge the fact that the generations coming behind us need help. And it's our job as educators to help them along the way. What dispositions do I need to work on? I am not very good at self-reflection. Definitely something I need to work on, but it's something that takes years of practice. What attributes should a professional educator have? I think they should be energetic. They should, yearn to want to enlighten students. I think you should have high moral character. Uh, you should be stern, firm, but you should also be understanding. Part of being a teacher is you need to have patience. You need to understand that not everybody is in the same boat as you. We all come from different backgrounds, different moral standards, different religions, views, etc., etc. The way a teacher should uh, really be in the classroom, and in my opinion, really everybody should be in life, is accept everybody for who they are. Don't put too much pressure on this one aspect or that one aspect. I boil it down to the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. And if you can do that as an educator and as a person, your moral character and integrity will shine through regardless of the situation. Uh, you know, if the good and negative thing about self dispositions is that if you don't follow them through to the highest ability, give everything you've got, people are going to notice. And if you're not willing to put in the work for these dispositions or for your students, then you're just doing a giant disservice, not only to your school, your community, to the students, but to yourself. If you just want to be lackadaisical with things, then go work at a factory, go work at a gas station. Don't train the youth of tomorrow to become better people and better selves if you're not going to be willing to put in the work. It would be like building a car and you're using faulty equipment, but you put it on there anyway and then you sold it to people. You're not doing yourself any good. You're leaving yourself up to negative consequences in the end. I mean, it's just not good. I mean, and then you're teaching young people negative things. And if you have proper self dispositions, you help young people psychologically develop, this idea that high moral character, following through, having grit to go through life, even if it's hard, even if, you got to get to school at 4 a.m., you got a giant mug of coffee. But students see that. Students notice things more often than what they remember things. Like I remember learning the Pythagorean theorem, but I also remember that my math teacher was also the basketball coach every day, showing up early, staying late, always in a good mood, which taught math, which is odd. Nevertheless, you know, how would I uphold expectations? There's always a code of ethics and a preferred behavioral standard. My grandma taught me that the golden rule is really just the way of life. Treat others the way you would want to be treated. And in all honesty, the my moral code tells me that you always need to be nice. Have a smile on your face. Don't say anything negatively. If you wouldn't say it to your grandmother, then there's no need for you to say it to anybody else. The world is already a cruel enough place with bills, taxes, the cost of gas. It's 364 here in California. Goodness. Sometimes you just you need to be a good person. It's in the Bible for a reason. The golden rule is the standard above all standards. We all have a moral code of ethics. And they may stray from here to there, but they all focus around the same thing. Treat others with respect, honor, and dignity, and you will receive that back. How will I promote healthy moral development in my students? You know, Students and really a lot of young people have the ability to really see through if you're not being genuine. So the greatest way to promote moral growth and integrity is to be integrity, like have integrity in yourself and the way that you present yourself. Excuse me. You need to show up looking nice. You never want to look like you've been out all weekend doing who knows what. You want to put your best foot forward. You want to be nice. You want to be kind. Always have a smile on your face. And the best way to promote, moral integrity in the classroom is to have integrity yourself. You know, how can we expect others to learn from us if we're not willing to put in the time, effort, and that's part of the whole thing of being a teacher is it takes a lot of work, and you may not see that fruition right off the bat, but eventually students will come back and tell you, thank you for this, thank you for that. I remember I went back and I told my high school history teacher, who also was my wrestling coach, that thank you for the time, effort you put in, not only on the mats, but in the classroom. You always came in with a smile. You always treated people fairly. And it may not have happened. It was several years after graduation, but he said, thank you. That means a lot to me. It's knowing that students took lessons from my classroom, he said, out into the real world that make the most difference. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you.